Racing, a reasonable start with the exception of Pack Elias, who's been ridden out with the whip after missing it a half or so, and Windsor Shuffle, one of the most prominent in the early part. Handsome Warrior is deep, and splitting the pair was Prince of Rulers more forward today. Just in behind that division, Raj Express, but trapped deep, pushing up Coyote God, and so too Pack Elias, but it's been hard ridden from the stalls. About 3 lengths then to Vaguely Entente, and another 2.5 away to Ocean Ranger before straightening, and the leader on the inside, Windsor Shuffle, narrowly doing it hard on the outside. Prince of Rulers by 2 lengths. Coyote God stretching out nicely now. Handsome Warrior is deep around it, and down on the rail was Pack Elias, followed by Raj Express, Vaguely Entente, and a length away last of all Ocean Ranger. Swinging into the straight now, and here Windsor Shuffle headed on the outside by Prince of Rulers, who got about a length in front in a twinkling. Further back, Coyote God, it's under the whip and whacking away, followed then by Pack Elias. Down the outside, Handsome Warrior. Coyote God is out after this leader, Prince of Rulers. It's pegging back the ground. Coyote God is ranged up on the outside, and although it's not going to win by any big margin, a little bit green, it'll get home by 3/4 to a length. Second placing was a nice run, Prince of Rulers. Now third is tight. Windsor Shuffle's down on the rail, but flashing up in a line of about 5 for the minor issue was Handsome Warrior. It might even get third. The others there included Ocean Ranger, Raj Express, and Vaguely Entente, and Pack Elias was last.
Fast to post. First event at Morphettville, Coyote God first, as I said before, by God's walk out of Bianco Lady, and she won the Sandown Cup in 1982. Prince of Rulers has run second, and there's a photo finish for third. It could be number 4, but there's a couple disputing that minor end. There will be 3 placed dividends in that race. 8 horses started. As we go back to Sandown.
Been probably the slowest to begin, and they've dropped to the tail, where the early leader on settling is Antari, led by a couple of lengths to, in second position, Mon Ami. On the inside of Mon Ami came Tax Revenue, and then a length and a half back to Burning Gold. Around them, True Champion and Secret Region is back second last, as the other one drops to the tail, Burning Gold. They work along the far side at the 1400, and Antari has established a big break. Coleman's got it revved up, and it's shot 5 in front. Mon Ami second. True Champion runs to third from Tax Revenue. Then Burning Gold on the inside of Secret Region. With this pace on, they've strung out considerably as they race down the side at the 1200-metre mark, and Antari's giving them something to chase it, led by 7 or 8 lengths now to Mon Ami. Third placing, 2.5 off True Champion. Secret Regent moves up on terms with Tax Revenue, and 1.5 to Burning Gold. Antari is being nursed along now. He steadies it as they race down the side, and it shows the way by about 6 lengths to Mon Ami, True Champion, Secret Region, and Burning Gold joining Tax Revenue. At the 800-metre mark, Antari by 4.5 to in second placing Mon Ami. Then Secret Region, who's gone up quickly with True Champion there together and being niggled at. And further back, Tax Revenue as they come to the turn. Burning Gold's moved up to be about 4th. Racing to the 500-metre point now. And here the leader is Antari. It shows the way by a length and a half to in second placing Mon Ami. 2.5 away third, then Secret Region. 2 lengths away, and under the whip was True Champion. Then Burning Gold and Tax Revenue. In the straight, Antari still got something left in the tank. It led by 2 to Secret Region. Coming after it, then Mon Ami, and True Champion now knuckling down under the whip. 200 to run, and Antari the leader, grabbed by Secret Region. True Champion's coming at it. There's not going to be much in it. It's Secret Region who's flat to the boards. True Champion pegs him back inch by inch. Secret Region being joined by True Champion. Secret Region wins. Secret Region has scored. True Champion second. 6 away third, Antari. They were followed further back by Tax Revenue, and on the outside Burning Gold, and last in Mon Ami.
Good race to watch that. 2, 1 and 4 it will be. Secret Region 145 and 70. 75 for the second horse, True Champion, and Antari $2.15 if it did have a third place dividend, but unfortunately there won't be. So a little bit of a tease there. 2-1.
In Adelaide.
Away quickly in the early part was Barflyer, and Mighty Midas is showing great speed to go through with Lady Ramled. Muralura is in that division, and Semi-Time was up there but wide. They were followed further back by Lyrical Vine. Ridden up on the inside, Watchful Lady runs to about 7th, and further back in the field is Hobo Road, caught deep. Fire Sector between him, and down on the inside Sister Disco. Another length and a half to 2 away came Music Chaser. Well back in the field was Parterre, and tailed off the other 2, Tassella, and also Northern Pleasure on the turn now, and here Mighty Midas got right away. 2.5 in front. Barflyer second, and they were followed further back in the field then, making some headwall. One dropped his head right down on the ground there. Semi-Time it was, seemed to blunder. Running on Gallant Concept and Lyrical Vine. They were followed further back then by Sister Disco, running a nice race on the rail. But now Barflyer goes to the lead. Lyrical Vine trying to pick it up with Gallant Concept. Racing about Watchful Lady down the outside, but Barflyer in front. Hobo Road late on the scene. Barflyer getting tired, but will just get home, I think. think, narrowly from Watchful Lady. There's not much in it. Third, Hobo Road, Gallant Concept, followed then by Lyrical Vine. Music Chaser ran on well. Then came Fire Sector, followed by Mighty Mitre, Sister Disco, a nice debut. Further back in the field, then Muralura. They were followed, pulling up quickly, Lyrical Vine. Lady Rambled was well back with Tessella, Parterre, and always at the tail, Northern Pleasure. It's not much.
Well, this is very tight. Possibly number 4, but it could go either way. There's just that slight angle there, but you'd think number 4, Barfly, had won it looking at that picture. Expect 245.85. $1.25 for Watchful Lady and 2 Hobo Road, about $1. 4.15 and 2 past the post, Race Street, Morphettville. Back to Phil, Terry and Graham at Sandown.
Yes, and we're coming up to number...
And Elite Galaxy are going quickly up too. Along the inside, Lazarette, Pecky's Pet are prominent there with Bechamel, who's hunting through rapidly. Then came Galura in that division to Vondenoy. Further back, King Satin, Heavenly Bray. Dynastic Ruler between horses. Warfire is deep and no luck early. Further back, King Corpus, Silver Native is last of all. Romantic Ranger found the rail and got to a half advantage. Mr. Danceman's been niggling at him from the jump. 2 lengths away, then Bechamel camped behind them. Off the track, Road and Raj, and down on the inside, Lazarette as they turn for home. Further back then, Elite Galaxy to Fontenoy, Pecky's Pet hard ridden. They were followed further back by King Satin. Then came Dynastic Ruler. Warfire followed further back by Heavenly Bray, Galura. And then came King Corpus and Silver Native. Homeward bound, Mr. Danceman hasn't given Romantic Ranger any peace, but he's sitting quietly on the favourite. It's now kicked away a length and a half as it gives it a little bit more rain. At the 200-metre mark, Romantic Ranger got 3 in front of Mr. Danceman, Bechamel. Then down the outside, Road and Raj, Pecky's Pet late on the scene, but he's a good galloper. Romantic Ranger's going to be untroubled to get to the line. He never put the stick to him. He won by 3 from Pecky's Pet, Mr. Danceman. They were followed by Elite Galaxy, further back Bechamel. Then Lazarette followed by Road and Raj. Then King Satin made a bit of ground, as did King Corpus. Warfire, no luck. Heavenly Bray further back, Galura to Fontenoy. Then came Dynastic Ruler and the Grey Silver Native last.
Well, we haven't seen an outsider get up all day. Romantic Ranger, certainly well fancied. It started favourite, $1 even and 75 cents. The expected should play on the Victorian tote. Pecky's Pet, 85 cents, and Mr. Danceman third to pay $3.50. So it's...
Side was Great Tribute. Fire Twigs last. She's climbing over heels with Chapel Street.
Race 5.
Sharply. Around its outside was Courtside. Going up very quickly too on the side was Great Tribute. Fire Twigs last. She's climbing over heels with Chapel Street are outside, and she's not getting any luck at all, Fire Twig. He's high in the irons as they come to the turn, and she'd be 10 off the lead, where Mahogany Road led at the 600 by 3/4 of a length now. In second placing, Kelly's Image. Third placing, held by Foolish Notion. Over on the outside, Goose Lane, and they were followed further back by Change the Habit. Then came, or Change of Habit, then came Dowie hooking up out deep. Then further back the French Cotton, and also in that group Great Tribute. Fire Twig comes to the outside, but she's still about 7 lengths off the lead. And further back Pride of Galaxy. They were followed well back by Chapel Street, but still Mahogany Road defies them. Change of Habit's coming out of the pack with Goose Lane and Dowie. And here's coming quickly Great Tribute, but Change of Habit went to the lead, and Change of Habit has won by a half 3/4 Mahogany Row. Goose Lane third. Further back then Kelly's Image. Dowie followed further back then on the inside by Foolish Notion. Out wide a Great Tribute, French Cotton. Then came Pride of Galaxy, Fire Twig in the Horrors, Chapel Street, and one of the last ones in was Courtside.
Brilliant racehorse Change of Habit showed a lot of guts and determination to win that race. He's now won 11 out of his 19 lifetime starts. Fantastic. And the favourite, number 7.
Racing now, and a pretty tidy dispatch it was, with Tallis Lad in the centre jumping away fairly, and Graver going fast. Linden Star deep out, Arrogance. Wider out King's Pavilion, hunting through Escape King the inside. Romantic Hearts with those. In that division too, Carl's Choice and Twigtonia. Then our Archie further back in the field, Government House, followed back by Pajota, who's one of the last as they came down the side. Scarlet Melody with it, and dropping to the tail, Year of the Tiger. Before the turn, King's Pavilion, a half in front, racing on the outside of Grover, Linton Star. Twigtonia next. Escape King buried away on the inside. Tallis Lad deep. Then a length and a half away. Romantic Heart passed by Arrogance, the rail. Car's Choice around the pair. Our Archie behind those. Government House out wide. Scarlet Melody. 2 to Year of the Tiger, and Pajota's called it a day. On the turn into the straight, and King's Pavilion racing away from the rail. A narrow leader from Engraver. In behind them, Escape King looking for a way out. On the outside, Linton Star. Then Twigtonia niggled at. They were followed further back by Arrogance. Heading the others, Tallis Lad. at the leader, King's Pavilion now. A run for Escape King, who came through quickly. He's picking them up very quickly. Escape King dives through on the inside of King's Pavilion. King's Pavilion fights back. He holds Escape King, and King's Pavilion too strong. Wins from Escape King second, third Linton Star. Twigtonia didn't run on. Arrogance came in ahead of it. Then our Archie, followed by Tallis Lad Never on the track. They were followed by Romantic Heart, Carl's Choice, Government House, and further back Year of the Tiger and Graver, Pajoda and Scarlet Melody.
Past the post, it's 10, 7 and 1. Number 10's the winner, King's Pavilion. Expect about $4.70 and $1.40 for the win and place dividends on the Victorian tote. That's for an investment of only 50 cents. Escape King second, number 7, $1.10. And third, number 1, Linton Star, and it's showing about 85 cents. The interesting race 7, Rose Hill, 382. Quinella, $7. Trifecta, $49.95. And the double paid $10.25 on 3, 8 and 2. Adelaide race 6 with correct weight, King's Pavilion, $4.80 and $1.45. Escape King, $1.10. Linton Star, $80. Quinella, $16.55. And the trifecta, $110.25. Correct weight is there. The openers race 7
beginning
to go. The Jackie Stewart handicap, they're off and racing now. A pretty good start too, as it turned out, and Buana Jack, one of the best away. Vane Dudley, the bolter, is going towards the lead with Golden Cossack, and also in the early part, Peer of the Realm, the rail. Rough Draw Spears around the outside to join the leading group, and Buana Jack was there, and so too is Out of Darkness. And Hurlin might go up and have a crack at the lot of them. In fact, we've got a line of about 5 as they settle down. Out of Darkness, Hurlin, Golden Cossack, Vane Dudley and Rough Draw are all there. Now they break up a little as Out of Darkness goes to the lead. Vane Dudley drops out now to about 6th, and then came Peer of the Realm. It's on the inside with Buana Jack at Ace around them 3 deep. A couple of lengths further back, Shanghai Sky, as they work along the far side of the course. They were followed in that division too by Around the Ice Master. Then a length further back in the field came on the outside Sunny Tour, and Ordinaire gets around it. Then King's Waltz, followed by Harbour Key. And further back in the field then, as they work down the side, was Bray Girl. She'd be second last, and last of all 3 off Zambrelic. Now they string right out as they work down to the 1,000-metre side. And here the leader is still Out of Darkness. By a length and a half, Rough Draw has had a good run. Hurlin third. Golden Cossack was fourth. 2 lengths to Vane Dudley. Peer of the Realm inside of him. Then a length further back, Buana Jack in a group with Ordinaire off around them, and so too was Ace and Ice Master. King's Waltz was next from Sunny Toy. In that division, Shanghai Sky, and then came Bray Girl commencing a run. She'll have to come deep. Harbour Key shuffled back to second last as they pack now. There'd only be about 7 lengths first to last, and Zambrelic was the whipper in. Before straightening, racing under 500 to go, and out wide on the track, Ordinaire's gone up quickly to be a leader with on the inside Rough Draw, and still there Hurlin. They were followed further back then by Golden Cossack, but Ordinaire got to the lead now with Rough Draw. They're flat though, clear then of down the outside, Peer of the Realm into the going. It's coming quickly, followed then by Hurlin, and then came Golden Cossack. Ordinaire and on the inside Rough Draw have been swallowed up by Peer of the Realm, who's cruised to the lead, and in one little twinkling it's all over. Peer of the Realm will land some good wages and win by about 3 lengths to Rough Draw. Third, Shanghai Sky, Hurlin. Then in a batch of horses, Sunny Toy with King's Waltz, a fair run. Ice Master was there with Bray Girl, Golden Cossack, Ordinaire. In that division too, and a great stack of horses, Zambrelic out deep from Harbour Key. Buana Jack further back, followed by Ace, Vane Dudley, and last in the early leader, Out of Darkness.
4.25 past the post. The favourite successful, Peer of the Realm, $1.10 and 70 cents. 2 Rough Draw, $1.20. And 5 Shanghai Sky, third, $1.55. Stablemate of the winner, which was trained by Colin Hayes, and Jim Courtney successful again.
Of the 56 Olympics.